Well, hello there, how are you doing? Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a fun topic that we're going to be discussing. Today we're going to be exploring what is it that makes you uniquely attractive? What is it that makes you uniquely beautiful? What is it that makes you uniquely irresistible? The intention of this reading is pretty straightforward. It's just to, call us back into not taking for granted our beauty and helping us, being more honest with ourselves and claiming that confidence that we all deserve. So yeah, if that's something you're interested in, grab a seat, make yourself comfortable, make yourself at home. I'm gonna get started. Just before we dive in, a reminder that if you enjoy this content, please like it and subscribe so you don't miss out when your boy posts new videos like so. And with that out of the way, let's get to it. Today we got 5 piles to be choosing from. I know that's a lot. Enjoy. Yeah, I'm gonna be asking you to tune into your intuition to let you know what is the pile that you feel the most drawn to. Maybe the number of the pile, maybe the crystal that I'm gonna be covering just after. And yeah, just taking your time, all the time that you need, pausing the video if you need to really tune into your intuition, to feel into the pile that draws you the most, knowing that the pile that your intuition indicates, or piles in the plural, is going to be the one that holds the information that you're meant to hear at this moment. That being said, for pile number 1, we're going to have this piece of Amazonite right here. For pile number 2, we're going to have this moss agate. Pile number 3, it's gonna be this Labradorite here. Yep. Pile number 4, it's gonna be a clear quartz. Pretty opaque, this one. And pile number 5, it's gonna be a tiger's eye. There you go. So yeah, take the time to feel into the pile that you feel the most drawn to, and that once you've made your choice, you can fast forward directly to the timestamps provided down below, either in the pinned comment or the description box, so that you can fast forward directly to your reading, and I'm gonna see you there. Hey pile number 1, how are you doing? You're up, welcome. I hope you're ready for the message. I hope you're excited. If pile number 1, if you chose the Amazonite, that's gonna be your reading. So let's get right into it. Okay, so we're going to start with some tarot cards to give us the overall energy that wants to pop out when it comes to what is it that makes you uniquely irresistible. What is it that makes you uniquely you, right? And so we have, to begin, the King of Swords. Okay. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. Well, these are big energies, let me tell you that straight off the bat. Okay, that's interesting actually, because we got 2 major arcanas and a court card. Yeah, big energies, big deep energies, I feel. High Priestess, Hierophant, and King of Swords. Well, straight off the bat, I can tell you that whatever your gender is, whatever the gender you identify with, people perceive within you the 2 polarities, and that's just something about you. I feel that it's like you got both a masculine and a feminine, and they seem pretty balanced, which is already something quite unique. It's like not everybody is this way, that for sure. With that being said, like with the King of Swords and the Hierophant, I definitely feel that, yeah, something here that we're dealing with is there's a lot of mind energy going through. I generally do feel that you're someone who is quite smart, quite on the smart side, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it just feels like someone very knowledgeable, very intelligent, someone with the King of Swords, someone who knows how to use their mind, someone who knows the power of their words and knows how to use their words with themselves, with others. And I just feel like someone who commands a lot of respect, honestly. Feels very noble kind of energy, and also very knowledgeable kind of energy with the Hierophant. You're the kind of person who people turn to for information, even wisdom, I feel like. But you have a very very noble energy, very intelligent energy going on for you. And yeah, I just feel a kind of, when I'm saying nobility, it's really because it feels refined. Your energy feels very refined, honestly, especially when people meet it. But it's more than people, it's more about you. It's like, I genuinely feel that you are quite aware of your words and your actions. You're quite self-aware on this thing. And that's definitely something that really reflects a kind of refinement. It's like you're not compulsively acting, compulsively thinking, compulsively saying. The opposite of that, actually. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, very noble, very refined, very elegant energy I'm getting. And that's something straight off the bat. Yeah, it's that kind of energy, you know, it's like you command a lot of respect. It's a very respected energy that you got going on here. And that is beautiful. With well, since I already touched a little bit on the Hierophant is definitely sending me back to the energy I was talking a little bit earlier of knowledge. And the fact you're pretty smart, it's like, I'm hearing some of you could be channelers, it's like for a few select of you. But more than this, it's like you have a very good, you're very intuitive, especially with the High Priestess coming up in between. But it's like, I just feel like you channel a lot of information, whether you're aware of it or not. You just happen to know a lot. And this could be because of the many things you've learned through your experience here on Earth, definitely. But I just feel like you're just someone who happens to know a lot. Definitely someone that people turn to gain clarity, insights over their lives. But yeah, yet again, it's sending me back to this energy of very respected, very, very valuable, a very valuable kind of energy they got going on. The High Priestess here is sending me to the feminine side of your energy. First of all, I'm hearing sensuality, and the High Priestess just feels like mysterious in a way, kind of a little bit like the King of Swords, honestly. It's like these three cards, honestly, feel quite mysterious, quite deep and mysterious. But yeah, the High Priestess just feels very central to me in this context. So that's something going on. But also it's like the card of the mystic. It's like, yet again, I wouldn't be surprised if you got some spiritual gifts going on, whether you're aware of it or not, whether you call it this way or not. It's like, even if that's not the way you name it, that's okay. But I just feel like you're someone who has a pretty darn sky-high intuition, pretty darn accurate and on-point intuition about people. And also, like, yeah, I'm getting this image of like you psychically, you connect with people horizontally because you connect with all of those around you. You have strong intuition about people and strong intuition in general, and you see right through people, especially with the King of Swords here. But also you got like a vertical channel of communication as well, with all of the information that you just happen to know unexplainably. But yeah, the High Priest is very mystic, very intuitive, deeply sensitive as well. And that just creates such a beautiful balance between the masculine and the feminine within your energy. Honestly, it's like it feels very balanced, very peaceful. That's definitely something that if that's not something you're completely aware of, definitely something that you should embrace, because people around you feel that very well. It's like, how is it that people just feel so comfortable in your presence? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Well, you're someone that just invites people at peace, invites people at home, because it's like you feel so whole in your polarity, masculine versus feminine, that yeah, it just makes people feel like there's a bit of everything for people to recognize themselves in you. That is a beautiful, beautiful energy. But yet again, it's like all these three energies, they feel very, very deep, very respected, almost intimidating kind of energies. It's like people have way too much respect for you to be wanting to mess with you, so to speak. It's like they know better. Woohoo! These are way too many cards. Okay. Okay. Got these two ones coming up. Are the ones I'm going to be grabbing after the reading. I've littered my entire floor with cards. We got the Wasp Spirit and the Antelope Spirit. That is interesting. Okay. I'm gonna start with the Wasp Spirit while the Antelope comes online. The Wasp is definitely, with this card, I'm definitely hearing like regulation, normalization, because you know, it's like wasps, there may be some little creatures that annoy us because it's commonly assumed that people just don't get why they exist. But turns out they exist, and Mother Nature doesn't waste her time creating things that are useless and purposeless. It's just that its purpose is widely misunderstood more often than not. One of its purposes is regulation. It regulates species, other species. And that's definitely what I'm hearing here. It's like, there's just something about your energy that is very regulating to others. People in your presence just feel, as I was starting to feel a little earlier, it's like they just feel so comfortable in your presence because they feel, it's almost like your energy naturally regulates its surroundings, which is quite fascinating, honestly. But that's definitely the thing, is like people are definitely, so I wouldn't be surprised if you have met people who would obsess over you for no seemingly explainable reason. And it's just because there's something fascinating about your energy, about who you are. Besides like the big, strong energies, which feels very mysterious, very, yeah, it feels so knowledgeable, so noble. It's like, my God, that's a lot. That's amazing, that's awesome. But there's also something very, yeah, very regulatory, if that's even a word, about your energy. I generally feel like in your presence, people may feel very intimidating, but they pretty much all wish to be able to get access to your closer, your most, like your inner circle, because of the fact that your energy just seems to be so regulating. It's like people just feel so good being in your presence. People just feel like they're coming home to themselves, and that's just something about your energy. It's very regulatory. It's very grounding as well. It definitely helps people see through things, because this is one of your things. You see through. It's like there is very little space within your field for illusions. You see right through it all. Yeah, it's like I'm generally sensing that there's so much more going on within you that I'm not having that much access right now, because it feels so mysterious. It feels so deep. It's like it just feels it's an infinite well of energy. Your field feels this way, and it's just fascinating. Not gonna lie. But yeah, it's like there is so much, and it definitely feels very unique. Antelope Spirit here on the right. What can you tell us? I'm hearing stop and go. I generally feel that's probably more related to the way you make things happen, to the way you manifest, I guess. But your energy, especially with the cards that we got here, it feels very stable. It feels very earthy as well, although we have a bit of all elements here, but it feels in this here with the antelope, it feels quite earthy in the sense that it feels very stable, and it feels slow moving most of the time. it feels like in astrology you could definitely be an earth sign. That wouldn't be surprising. But it doesn't have to be, because I got a lot of air energies. There's some water, there's some fire, there's a bit of everything, honestly, going on here, which is awesome. Honestly, it goes back to the sensation of just your aura feels whole and regulating, which is quite noticeable. But it generally feels like the way you move through life, more often than not, you seem to be preferring a more slow approach, because you just enjoy your peace and you enjoy staying calm, and it just seems to be the way you better work. But at the same time, it's like when passion kicks in, you can move mountains at such an incredible speed, which is definitely something that catches people off guard. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling this stop and go energy. It's like, especially with this King of Swords, it's like you are aware of when it is a time to rest and when it is a time to go. You're very well aware of seasons, of your internal seasons, when there is your winter, when there is your summer. You know where to act, when to act, and when to chill out, basically, when to rest and rejuvenate. But that's very interesting about your energy, because yet again, it's like it catches people off guard, definitely. At the same time, it just feels like you have the natural ability to modulate your own rhythm at your will. That is also another thing pretty fascinating. Creative fire. Okay, well, there's some passion going on there. Okay, the mind and expected. Well, I think that most of these things we've already touched on, honestly. Creative fire, I'm definitely sensing that. Yeah, it's like with the King of Swords, big, strong air energy, which is the mind, which is communication. With this card, the High Priestess, I'm definitely sensing more than air, some water. Here we got some fire, here we got some earth. It's like we got it all. Here we got an accent with the fire energy that we haven't touched that much on, the fire element of your energy, which yet again feels like it has it all. So enjoy. It's like creative fire definitely makes me feel like there's a lot of passion, a lot of will to live within you. I'm hearing sparks in the eyes, it's like your stare is just lit up. I'm definitely sensing that there's a lot of passion moving through you, and that is something very important to you, actually. A lot of the energy that you feel throughout the day is derived from your passions, and whether you're acting on your passions or not, or if you're doing a chore that you don't want to be doing, that drains you immediately, But that's an interesting thing. There's a lot of fire going on, and that's definitely perceived, because fire energy tends to be quite in your face kind of energy, but in your case, it's like there is pretty much everything. So you don't appear necessarily as a fiery person to people, you just appear as someone who has it all. What a nice thing to say. With the overthinking can spoil the magic. Yeah, you're definitely someone who's mastered the mind in some way. It's like you're definitely someone who is aware, as I was saying with the King of Swords, it's like you're aware of what your thoughts have, like how impactful they can be over a life, how your words can be impactful as well. So that's definitely something like people have a lot of respect for you, because you feel very mature when it comes to the mind, to others. Enlightening the unexpected. It refers to me a little bit to the High Priestess here again. It's like there is some very mysterious, mystic, almost esoterical, maybe, energies going on with you, which is very fascinating. It's like people definitely feel the passion that you have for life, definitely feel how grounded you are, definitely feel how clean and noble you are with your communication and with the way you think. But there's definitely a lot of intuition and sensitivity going on as well underneath all of that. So that is very fascinating. It just feels like something that perhaps people don't see immediately, not perhaps because that's not the first thing that you give away to people, just because you're not interested. But yeah, there's a lot of sensitivity and intuition going on underneath, which is fascinating, like a treasured secret power. And people definitely feel that there is always more to you to explore. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if you're the kind of person who people just mysteriously seem to be obsessing over you for no reason. That's just because they're feeling so much energy. They're like, oh my god, I want to know more about this person. That's fascinating. So yeah, my god, what a reading. These are some crazy energies, let me tell you that. It's like, when I tune into your field, it just feels like so much. There is so much, and there will always be more to be discussing about, and that's just incredible. There's so much energy going on. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much for having shared space with me. That was an honor to be reading your energy. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so if you're looking for a more tailored, even more accurate, tailored, custom, and private kind of reading, I'm offering private readings. You can check out the description box down below if you are interested for more information. And yeah, that being said, well, let me know down in the comments if it resonated. I'd love to read about your thoughts, because yeah, there's definitely a lot to be talking about, that I can tell. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm sending you so much love. I'm wishing you the best. And till next time, see you. Have a great one. Hey, pal number 2, what's up? You're up. I hope you're excited about the message. I hope you're doing fantastic. If you chose the moss agate, that's gonna be your reading. So yeah, I hope you're curious about the message, that you got your drink, and let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna start with some tarot cards that are going to indicate us the overall energies that we're dealing with here. What is it that makes you uniquely irresistible, that makes you uniquely attractive, that makes you uniquely you? What is it, Spirit? Yep. Okay. Interesting. Got the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, as well as the 6 of Swords. These are some interesting energies that we got going on. 5, 5, and 6 as well. Okay. Let me gather up my thoughts first. I definitely feel about your energy. It's like, it's a very, very interesting, very particular, very unique, that's kind of quite on brand kind of energy that we're dealing with here. It's like 5 of Pentacles definitely making me feel that your energy has a lot to do with abundance. Showing the world what is abundance with a capital A. What is it? Is it just about money? Could it also be about health? Could it also be about wealth? Could it also be about relationships? May also be about, I don't know, the ease of downloading information wherever it's available. There are so many different streams of abundance, right? And I definitely feel that your energy has a lot to do with that. It's like showing the world what is abundance, and inspiring. It's like I'm hearing inspiration, inspiring the world to come out of a scarcity mindset. That's definitely something which is written all over your energy. Abundance. You know, love, light, abundance. Your energy has a lot to do with abundance yet again. I just feel like, yeah, your energy is very quote-unquote triggering, in the sense that it's very expensive. If I had to envision like give a shape to your aura, I would say that it's just something that emanates from you in waves. It just sends waves, rippling waves all over your surroundings. And that is definitely something that people feel. It's like people feel your energy in waves when they're around you. And your energy is definitely something that inspires people to dig into their relationship with abundance so as to open up to it. And that's why I'm sensing that it could be triggering to the people around you, because it's the kind of energy that is very much sent other people's way, but it's just natural to you. It's not something you have control over. That was, I would say, a pre-birth intention, almost. Just your energy is always influencing its environments. And it's always inviting people to open up to more and more and more, and always more abundance, including the financial aspect, but not limited to that, which is something I found so particularly unique, but so fascinating and so darn good. Because let me tell you that I don't know what's going on in your life, but if you don't feel abundant, quote unquote, at this moment, let me tell you that your energy is all about that. So that's just a matter of time. But especially with the Six of Swords, yeah, we're gonna talk back. We're gonna come back to the Six of Swords once we have touched on the Five of Swords. It's like, and also we're gonna be discussing on the numbers. It's like the Five of Swords is, I'm getting the, I'd give it like the reverse meaning here in this context. It's like, it genuinely feels like, if I take the depiction of this card, the typical depiction to me, the Five of Swords feels like narcissism, as in one is sucking up the energy of all the other people around you. But having just said what I just said with the Five of Pentacles, I'm feeling that it's the other way around here, but not in a negative way at all. It's like, yet again, it's like you're just sending people energy, and it's just something which is, yet again, so unique. It's like, not everybody energy fields works this way, you know? It's like, when you imagine someone who sees auras, definitely something, I don't know how they're called, extrasensorials, I don't know. It's like when someone, imagine you were able to see people's auras, you'd see all kinds of colors, but you would imagine like, yeah, a shape around someone's body. It's like yours is anything but that. It's like, sure, you got your energy body is enveloping your physical body, obviously, but it's just constantly sending pulses outwards. And that is just something that I found so interesting, so fascinating. Because the result of that is what I just discussed, is like, you're always charging your environments up. Like, your environment is constantly getting charged by your presence, but it's not taking anything away from you. I just want to make that clear, because that's something that can be associated with the Five of Swords in its most general interpretation. It's like, it's just something that happens naturally. It's not, it is both your energy and just universe's energy, God's energy, whatever you will, which is being sent out to the people around you through you. But it's not depleting you in any way. It's just naturally how you function. That's why I just find it so bizarre at first, but also so interesting. The fact that it's swords is definitely indicating me, yet again, the triggering aspect of your energy is like, your energy is not allowing people to settle for less. Your energy is not allowing people to settle for the BS. Your energy is not allowing people to settle for their limiting beliefs. You know, it's like your energy is very challenging at first to people who don't have a nice relationship with abundance, because it forces them to get out of these limiting beliefs. It forces people to break free. That's why I wouldn't be surprised if in your experience you have met a lot of people who, without any explainable reason, would just hate on you at some point, because they're like, what have I done to deserve your hatred? It's just your energy. It's not even something, some of you may not be even aware of that. That's what I'm getting. It's just naturally you. And I just find it so fascinating. The fact we got 2 5s is like, the number 5 in numerology is the number associated with change. And change can be challenging. That's another aspect of the number 5, obviously. And that's definitely the thing. It's like your energy is profoundly mutating its environments. You are always shifting, always transmuting the scarcity into abundance, always breaking people open, always inducing, inspiring people's people breaking free, which is amazing, awesome. The Six of Swords is indicating me 2 things. Like, this card is the card of moving on. It's definitely indicating me, on one end, that it could be talking about your story, that perhaps you have had yourself a story with scarcity. That's why I was speaking of that. Perhaps some of you may not necessarily recognize all of the I've been describing so much in your life, because you're like, yeah, I feel it, I get it, but I wish that my own relationship with abundance was a little better. It's like, I definitely feel that there's a story. There could be a story of yours behind that. You know, it's like part of your purpose. Although it wasn't the main focus of the reading, but it's coming through. It's like understanding what is scarcity so as to better transmute it. But your energy, yeah, is just helping people letting go. And that's just beautiful. Allowing people to, it gives people permission slips to let go of old identities, to just let everything that doesn't serve them dissolve, or plant the seeds while they're getting triggered. But yeah, and the 6, like we got 5, 5, and 6. It's like a lot of a change for love, harmony, abundance, you know, all that good jazz. So that is awesome, honestly. It's such a particularly unique energy, but it's so beautiful and so needed, honestly, at this point in time. Justin, the magic think on your feet. You are a smart one. Yet again, I'm saying that because we had a similar thing coming up in the first group. But think on your feet, Fox Spirit. And it's definitely making me feel like, you know, the Fox energy is very, it's very sly. And that's not necessarily what I'm getting from you, but it just feels like you're very smart of a person. And honestly, I could get, oh, I'm getting something interesting. Perhaps you're the kind of person who enjoys playing with people's limiting beliefs. You just seem to be always one step ahead in that kind of game. And that's just something that brings people mad with you or madly in love, depends. Depends if they're triggered or not. But yeah, definitely something which is very, yet again, it's like, it's fascinating. Your energy is just fascinating, my love. And yeah, people are not insensitive to that, definitely. You feel very, very smart with that. It's like some of you are aware of how challenging you can be to be around, but it's like, it's just your game. You like it. It's fun to be messing with people, with people's limits, with people's BS, because you know that ultimately it's for their highest good. Just in the magic. I'm also sensing something here that it just feels very deep, very spiritual, I'd say. It almost feels like I'm hearing like luck. Is like your energy is always, feels at least, such at ease. You just feel at ease when it comes to abundance. And here again is like, I feel such a little space for fear. Is you could be someone who have a very excellent relationship with fear. The sense that you know how to handle it. And it doesn't get you like you would get someone else. And yeah, I just feel you like very surrendered, very peaceful, very calm. And that is also something which is very inspiring to the people around you. I wouldn't be surprised if you're into manifestation or into some spiritual craft like that, but even if that's not the case, it's like your energy feels like you're such a peaceful person to be around. It's such a pleasure to be around you. Such a pleasure to be around you for as long as you're not resisting your own growth. That I'm gonna say that. But yeah. And I'm also hearing humble, because it's like you may come off at first as someone who is very peaceful, very calm. I'm also hearing like not necessarily talkative. You may be someone who's not that talkative. And you know, people, they just come into your vicinity because there's a little something that draws them in, because there's a lot of energy, as we've just discussed, which is very fascinating. But they don't know what they're getting themselves into. My God, let me tell you that. Very quickly they realize that you may not be talking a lot, but you're a freaking smart one. And if they are ready to access their next level, well, they found their right person. Definitely. That is very interesting. Lots of energies, lots of beautiful stuff here. What do we have here? Whoop. Find your sacred flow, changes, fearless expression. Okay. With changes, I'm getting back the. I was about to say the fives just before I saw that this card was the 55th. It's like a lot of five energies. I'm sensing that you're the kind of person who shifts a lot in your life. It's just your energy has a lot to do with change by default and challenging people into their limits and just transmuting a lot of scarcity. I'm hearing you could be in numerology life path 5, but that's almost like an anecdote that I'm hearing. But definitely I feel that just you is like your energy is very mutable, and you could be the kind of person who regularly changes. Like every few months, people feel that you're a brand new person. You know you're not a different person, but you can also yourself notice how quickly you change because of the fact that you're very sensitive to where your limits are, where your limiting beliefs are, and that you're so good at transmuting them. So I'm definitely feeling that, yeah, there is a strong relationship between your energy and just change in general for the absolute better, for the limitlessness, for the absolute abundance, which is awesome. Fearless expression, I'm also hearing here like authenticity, like all these blues that we're getting, very throat chakra like authenticity. It could be literally like expression in the sense that you're someone who loves to express themselves, maybe not very talkative at first, but once you get someone's attention, you're gonna be talking a lot. And you have a lot of beautiful things to say, to tell. The word fearless, I'm also hearing what I was feeling before. It's like you just feel so peaceful. Find your sacred flow. Here I was to touch on the sixes before I noticed that we had 66 here as well. There's a lot of harmony going on within your energy. It's like sure, your energy may feel triggering for how high vibe it feels to people, but at the same time, in your presence, people feel like you're holding their hands through their own ascension, if it makes sense. So it's a very, like, yes, your energy can be very triggering and very blunt at first, but on the other end, it also feels very gentle. That's an interesting thing. Also, the color I cannot take out of my head. It just feels like skin color, you know. That is something. I'm hearing perhaps sensuality or more. But yeah, perhaps sensuality is something very important to you, but it's, yeah, I'm getting this random message. But yeah, sensuality is definitely something that is going on within your energy. Oh, that may be the reason to why people feel drawn to you at first. Because it's like, I feel like you're not so talkative, but yet again, it's like your energy field is always sending waves around, so people just feel you. And honestly, you could be someone who looks quite good or just feels like a very open sacral chakra, like very sensual, very drawing. It's like very captivating, this kind of person I want to know about. And when they get close to you, well, they better gotta get ready. But yeah, a lot of beautiful energies going on here. That was lovely. That was awesome. Thank you so much for being shared space with me. That was an awesome reading. It was an honor to be reading about your energy. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so if you're looking for a even more accurate, more personal, more tailored kind of experience, I'm offering private readings. So if you're interested, you can check out the description box down below for more information about that. But yeah, that being said, let me know down in the comments how it went for you. I'd love to read about your thoughts because there's a lot to be talked about. But yeah, that was awesome. I'm sending you so much love. I'm wishing you to enjoy it all. And until next time, wish you the best. Bye. Hey, pal number 3, you're up. How are you doing? Welcome. I hope you're excited about the message. I hope you're curious about the message. So far, it's been a blast. If pile 3, if you chose the Labradorite, that's going to be your reading. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right into it. We're going to begin with the tarot cards, which are going to give us the overall energy, the overall idea of what it is that makes you so uniquely irresistible, that makes you so uniquely attractive, that makes you so uniquely you. Yep. Got 2. No, I got 3. Yep, let's see. In this order. Oh, interesting. We got the Hierophant, the 3 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. What do we have here? Hierophant, 3 of Swords, 4 of Pentacles. Well, your energy already, straight off the bat with the Hierophant, your energy calls for a lot of deep knowledge. There's something very retro about your energy, I'm feeling. Very vintage. Yeah. That's interesting. It's like there's something that feels old and ancient about your energy, although you may not be what society defines as old, you know? It's just your energy that calls for a lot of, yeah, ancient wisdom, I'm hearing. Something that has a long past, but the gifts of this long past time, whatever it seems to be, well, you're bearing them, and you're bringing them in the now. And that is first and foremost very interesting. I also feel that you're very intuitive and knowledgeable, because we got the 3 of Swords as well as the 4 of Pentacles, which, like, the 3 of Swords feels like heartbreak. That's the kind of mainstream meaning of the 3 of Swords, you know, like literally a heart being stabbed. The 4 of Pentacles feels like feeling like not having enough, and as such seeing a plethora of coping mechanisms that may appear as hoarding or greediness or things of that kind. And I just feel like your energy has a lot to do with that, in the sense of healing that. You could very well be a healer. Dear friend, I feel that you're a healer, honestly. It's like somehow the necklace that the figure is wearing just feels like, to me, the missing piece of a puzzle that helps somebody break free of an old cycle, helps them see the full picture now, as such, to, yeah, heal. I just feel like you're the person who brings the last piece to a seemingly unsolvable puzzle for people. And I definitely feel that, yeah, there's a lot of healing energy going on with you. Could totally be a form of healer. Maybe energetic, maybe more physical, whatever, maybe in psychology. But definitely, like, yeah, definitely helping people get over their heartbreaks and help people understand better their coping mechanisms. I'm hearing like your energy it feels very specific, but it's like has a lot to do with people understanding their coping mechanisms, understanding why they are the way they are, bringing compassion to the fact that maybe coping with the situation in a way that doesn't please them all that much, but really, like, you bring a lot of awareness to people around you. It's like your energy, you feel very aware, and that starts making sense with what I was picking up on earlier, as in you feel almost like a time capsule, a person time capsule, some kind of thing like that. It's like a person that comes from a very ancient society that was much more advanced when it comes to understanding the humankind. And your energy screams for someone who knows about humans. You know, someone who's very wise, I'm hearing, very knowledgeable as well. Not just wise, but also knowledgeable. You could totally be the form of more physical healer, as in being a medic, being a psychologist, being into body kinds of therapies, you know? You could, again, also very well be in the energetic realm, but it's like you're bringing a lot of, yeah, wisdom and a lot of knowledge to people so as to help them get over their limits, get over their heartaches, which is beautiful. Like, very, but I feel that your energy is very focused on helping others. That's why I was feeling like it feels like the kind of healer energy. But when it comes to you, just you independently from others, besides the very obvious service kind of aspect of it, yet again, it feels very, very wise, very deep, and very ancient. I won't say old because it can be misinterpreted, but ancient. You could totally be the kind of person who's defined as old soul, who's definitely not out their first time here on Earth, you know, and bringing with them a lot of baggages in terms of wisdom, you know. So that is very, very interesting. Very deep energy. What more? What else? Let's see. I'm wanting to pull a third one for you. So let's go with a third one. Well, this one flew out, so that's our third one. And we have the Bat Spirit. Rebirth is assured. Yeah, makes sense. Cow Spirit. And Antelope Spirit again. It popped up for another group. Interesting. Well, the two first cards make, to me, a lot of sense. No, they're more actually. It's like a rebirth is assured. I generally feel that, yeah, your energy feels so benevolent, but so deep. It's like it really, it comes from such an aware place, and I hope that you're aware of it. And if not, I wish you to become aware of it, because your energy is definitely not. I'm hearing that some of you may have been in the past very much in this kind of, I'm gonna help people because it's good, quote unquote, and because that's gonna help me see myself better. But at your core, it's like your energy is so benevolent because you are aware of your connection with all that is. You're aware of the fact that everything is one. So helping someone else is not just for the fun of it. Helping someone else is because you know that they are having an experience in your home, this planet. You are living on the same world as them. They're not just someone else. They're your neighbor, they're your sister, your brother, they're your own kin. Do you feel this kind of shift that I'm describing? It's like it feels so much deeper, but so much more aware. And that is very remarkable about your energy. It feels very aware, very wise. And that's why it doesn't feel like benevolence, like you're just helping people because this way you're seen as a good person. Not at all. It's this very, yet again, aware kind of energy. You are investing in others because you know that investing in others is investing in yourself almost directly. When our neighbor does better, we do better. But yeah, a rebirth is assured. I'm definitely feeling like heavy transmuter kind of energies for yourself, but also for obviously the people that are around you, since your energy seems to be so, like a big portion of your energy seems to be focused on that. It's like you definitely help people yet again get over their most seemingly unsolvable puzzles, their most seemingly impossible things to heal. And you really get over that within your own life, within your own experience, but also lead people into experiencing that for themselves. And a rebirth is assured. It's like you transform people generally from inside out. And even your life, I wouldn't be surprised if you go through phases where, you know, it's like you have a life chapter and then, okay, time's up, let's change everything now. And everything starts fresh anew. Which is fun because it's like, it's this very ambivalent energy between your energy, which at its core feels very ancient, but also in practice, it also feels like perpetually so young, so fresh, because it's always rebirthing like a phoenix, you know. As soon as the phoenix is old, it burns down to ashes to be reborn again. And that's definitely what I feel for you, like a phoenix perpetually being, rebirthed and sharing that awesome gift with others, helping them being reborn as well. But yet again, it feels very, very deep, to say the least. Miracles are endless. I genuinely do feel that because of such, ancient wisdom that you're carrying in this life, and just because of who you are, honestly. You have a very good affinity, very open field, very open energy field, and a very strong affinity for the truth, which is love, light, and abundance. You know, I just feel like it's not hard for you to access elevated states of awareness. It's not hard for you to access elevated states of frequency. Your energy is so abundant, just like everyone else's, but you just happen to be aware of it and to be making the most out of it, which is awesome. Yet again, all of these energies I'm picking up on are definitely things that you're also focusing onto others. Yeah, it feels very, very abundant. Just like this card, where you have so many flowers which are going to be bearing so many fruits. We even got some already on the card. Like, so much is flowing through your life, so much is flowing through you, and that is what you wish to see in the world, definitely. And to Spirit, I'm definitely feeling, it feels like just going in loops at this point, because this card, the third card, really wanted to come out, so I'm guessing that is something that wants to be acknowledged by Spirit. Oh, first of all, I just picked up my attention. The fact that we got a face in the background, plus another one, it almost feels like you're coming with such ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom, blah, blah, blah. Okay, sure, we already discussed that. You're awesome. Okay, sure, we've already discussed that. Now chill out. Now chill down. But it also feels like your spirit team is on point. You have chosen in this life for yourself a lot of spirit guides, I'm hearing. It's like, you know, like everyone has spirits on the other side helping them. Everyone has a spirit team, as we call it. You may call them spirit guides. You may call it whatever you want, really. I just feel like you have a remarkable, large amount of spirits walking with you. A remarkable amount of guides by your sides, which is fun. It makes me feel like all the friends you've gathered along so many lifetimes. But yeah, I generally feel like it's something which is true, but something which is also felt by others around you. You just seem to be so protected, so cherished, so guided, so abundant, so lucky. Through all of these spirits that are just holding your hand in this lifetime, which is cool, which is awesome. And another thing, life is speeding up. I'm definitely sensing that. Getting back on the thing is like, on everything we've already discussed, like when you generally lead people into rebirthing, you're the kind of person who naturally, I'm hearing, like, blows life into projects, blows life into people, quite literally. When people get stagnant, get stuck on problems, you help them transmute, but then you also reignite the spark of life within them. So that is very interesting. And within yourself, it's like, sure, you're not just in this perpetual cycle of new beginnings, of death and new beginnings, but you're also someone who is very good at, I'm hearing, just blowing life into things. I'm hearing your breath is very powerful. And I'm purposefully not hearing more about that, so that is probably something that you need to figure out on your own. What does it mean to you intuitively? Your breath is very powerful. That's your task, if you don't already know. What does it mean? Because I'm definitely hearing that on behalf of your spirit team. That is interesting. Last cards. You are living poetry, your soul shines. These are beautiful colors, my god. Well, these are definitely higher chakra kinds of colors, so I'm definitely feeling like, yes, you're very tapped into the spirit realm. Yes, you have some big ol' wide opened higher chakras. Throat chakra, third eye chakra, crown chakra. And you shine so bright. You just shine so bright. People, you know, it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if people just give you awkward stares in the street and you're like, why are they staring at me? It's like, I don't even know them. What's up? Have I got a stain on my shirt? What's up? No, you just shine. You shine bright. Quite literally, and people see that. That is awesome. You're living poetry. I'm getting such a passionate kind of energy, but also very creative energy here. It's like back to the antelope spirit. It's like you bring life into project and you just breathe inspiration, excitement. There you go. That's the word, excitement. You breathe in excitement. You breathe excitement into things, into people, into projects, into whatever you desire. That is awesome. That is a beautiful, beautiful energy. Whoa. Okay. That was a lot of very deep but very beautiful energies nonetheless. Thank you so much for having shared space with me today. That was an honor to be reading your energy. Truly yours. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so if you're wanting to have an even more accurate reading, a more custom, a more tailored kind of reading, you can check out the description box down below. I offer private readings. If you're interested, you can find all the information there. But yeah, that being said, please let me know down in the comments how it went for you. There's a lot to talk about. I feel like so many beautiful energies going on within your field. That is, yeah, such a nice experience to be in your presence. But yeah, I hope I'm gonna be reading for you another time in another video. Until, yeah, till next time, take care, have a good one. Well, hello there, pal number 4. How are you doing? You're up. I hope you're excited. I hope you're curious about the message as much as I am. If pal 4, if you chose the clear quartz, that's gonna be your reading. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right into it. Okay, let's begin. What is it that makes you irresistibly attracted, that makes you irresistibly... Ooh. Makes you irresistibly you? That makes you unique? What is it? This one wants to come out. And that's all we got for now. Okay. Got the star on the page of wands. No, I'm gonna bring out a third one actually. That's, we're not gonna go very far with only 2. Whoop. Thank you. The Knight of Wands. A lot of fire. Yeah, very fire energy we're having here. It's like the Star is a very optimistic card. Very happy, very flattery, very optimistic, very focused on reaching the stars, very focused on their dreams, their objectives, their desires. There's a lot of desire in the air. There's a lot of things that wants to be done. I can feel in your energy, but it feels very optimistic, very upbeat, which is very much on brand for the fire cards, the wands that we got going on just after. But yeah, it feels like your energy feels like such a breath of fresh air in the sense of how optimistic it is, upbeat. It feels also very innocent, pure. Like there's a sense of childlike optimism to it, which is very refreshing. Yeah, very light energy, very, very light energy, and that is lovely. That is awesome. And next to that, we got the 2 fire cards, the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands that I got going on here. Yeah, that is interesting. It's like, yet again, there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of excitement, there's a lot of action as well. There's a strong will to live, definitely. That's what I can feel. Yeah, it's like, it feels so charging to be in your presence. When I tune into your energy, it feels so upbeat, so optimistic, so filled with life, very active. For some people, feels a little too much, but for you, it's just right. And yeah, I feel that you're the kind of person who loves following their passion, their excitement. Your North Star is your excitement, definitely. and you love, you're like the fire starter, the firecracker. It's like you put things into flames. It's like metaphorically, I feel like, yeah, you follow your excitement and you create excitement wherever you go. You create a will to pursue, a will to act, a will to move, a will to dance, a will to sing, whatever, but it's like a will to live, really. That is beautiful. Feels very, very upbeat, very inspiring. Very magnetic as well, I'm hearing. And the Knight of Wands here, I'm hearing for some reason on a mission. On a mission, on a mission, on a mission. I just feel like you have a big dream of yours. It's like you desire much, and that is what guides you. That's you have your North Star, which is guiding you through excitement, definitely. And you're definitely ready to fight for it. It's like you're not gonna let anyone take you away from your dreams, and that is definitely something. It feels like very strong energy, but very also like very well established boundaries, I can tell. It's like as crazy as your dreams may be described as, yeah, as crazy as they may be perceived or unrealistic as they may be believed by others, you're gonna fight for them. You don't care. You've shown yourself plenty of times over and over and over again that you can do it. So you're gonna make it again. And yeah, just always so optimistic following your dreams. It just feels, yes, so refreshing. So happy. So upbeat. Yeah, I'm hearing yet again dance. That could be something relevant to you. And that's definitely something which is very inspiring to others. It's like, it's contagious. It's very contagious. That is awesome. Definitely the kind of energy that a lot of people want to be around. But yeah, you're not gonna back down when it comes to your dreams. Also, I'm having a reference to the feminine, because like all the three cards are depicting women. Yeah, it's like there is a strong feminine energy to your field, whether you are a woman or a man. Doesn't change a thing. But it feels like, yeah, I'm hearing like sensuality, there's creativity, there's receptiveness to your energy. It feels very attractive, it feels very drawing, very magnetic. That is awesome. That is very, very awesome energy, very contagious. Very attractive kind of energy, definitely, let me tell you that. So there's already a lot of awesome energies. Now I'm wanting to pull some oracle cards to have more information, to go in a little deeper. I'm gonna go with these two ones. Wow, these are strong energies, let me tell you that. Panther Spirit, Rhino Spirit, like both of them deal with strength. And that's a little bit of what I was starting to pick up with the Knight of Wands. I'm on a mission. It's like, I'm gonna make it happen no matter what. But what I didn't pick up on before is that your energy feels very innocent, very pure, but at the same time, there are very strong boundaries in place. It's like, people know better than trying to mess with you. It's like you feel very powerful to the point that you could feel intimidating to people who are not comfortable with people who will not let others walk over them. But it's like, it is clear within your field and it is clear in the face of people that you're not here to mess around. It's like, you know your worth. That's an important thing I'm hearing. You know how powerful you are, and you believe in yourself, and you're gonna go for it. And anyone who stands in the way, they better gotta brace themselves. Also, angel number 44, I feel like, yeah, strong foundations, something that you like. It's like, I'm hearing, you love pursuing excitement, you love being in this motion, but there is also another part of your energy which is very feminine and a kind of, I'm seeing in my mind like the Queen of Pentacles is like feminine but very grounded as well. It's like very receptive, very calm, very at peace, very grounded. Yet again, very stable. That is a very good combo if you ask me, because it's like, yeah, there is the chaos that can arise from the excitement of the fire, but there's also the calmness of the groundedness of the earth that I'm picking up on right here with this feminine energy. Like it feels very balanced, you know, very, very beautiful. And yeah, yet again, it's like you are powerful. You're the kind of person who's definitely does not appear as someone is like you're not the scary kind. Yet again, it's like the first thing that people pick up upon is how fluttery your energy feels and how optimistic and upbeat and dancey and exciting your energy is, but it's very clear still that, yeah, you're a very strong person and you can pounce for the neck at any time if required. So that's the thing, is like, better go watch out still, because you're not gonna let people roll over you. That's definitely sure. And the Rhino Spirit is yet another card that deals with force, with strength. This one a bit more in your face kind of strength, whereas this one feels more feminine, more in the shadow, more. It's like there isn't the need to lift a fist to get what you want. You know, it's that kind of strength. The Rhino is the opposite. It feels much more masculine in its approach when it comes to its strength. So that's another thing that I'm picking up, is like, sure, there's this feminine part of you, there is this grounded, peaceful, with strong boundaries in place, but there's also this part of you which is very fiery, which is very, I'm gonna go and do it, which feels much more masculine, honestly. Very another kind of strength. It's like you are a very strong person, and that is something obvious in your energy, but your strength expresses itself through multiple avenues, including these two. That is very interesting. Like, yeah, if something stands in the way, better gotta get away, because the rhino's coming at you. And you're not gonna back down for anything when it comes to reaching your dreams. And another message here is, you're always gonna find solution to make it happen. It's definitely something awesome. Yeah, you're not backing down on these things. That is beautiful. What else can we have? What else can we know about what is it that makes you so uniquely, irresistibly you? Oh, we got 4 cards this time. Okay, let's roll with that. Your past supports your future. Move beyond intention to believe, accept and receive. Magic happens when you most expect it. Okay. Move beyond, first of all, move beyond intention to believe. The fact that it's also red, feels root chakra, definitely sending me back to your groundedness. To the fact that, sure, there's a lot of fire going on in your energy, that is noticeable. This red also calls forth that kind of fire, but it's also very grounded. It doesn't feel like volatile and unstable. It's like, no, there are strong foundations upon which is built this spire, so to speak. That beacon is here burning in the light for everyone to see, but it's on solid foundations, you know? So it's like a very beautiful combination of stability, calmness, stillness, and movement, obviously. That is a beautiful thing. Also with the accept and receive, getting the throwback of your feminine here, which is, yet again, it's like, you feel very stable, you feel very peaceful. It's like so calm. Although people may definitely not feel that about you, because this peace and this calmness is much quieter than your fiery side. So it would take a long time for people to actually discover that, yes, you are also that. I'm definitely, yeah, yet again, sensing this femininity. There's this part of you who feels very in flow, in touch with the world, and just happy to chill, to relax, to receive. The fact that we got such a strong focus on this feminine energy, although that's definitely not the first thing that we notice about your energy, is also indicating me perhaps that Spirit is wanting to for some of you, draw your attention on this aspect. Perhaps some of you are very well aware of all that fire that's gone within you, and not as much aware about this very stable, calm nature, feminine nature of yours. And so Spirit is like, yeah, there's a rhino in you, but there's also a panther. What about paying attention to that and honoring that a little more, because you realize that it's even more exciting to be following and pursuing your passions when you're in touch with that femininity. So that's a side message, but I felt quite important for some of you here. Your passive pulsing magic happens when you most expect it. With this card, I'm definitely sensing that it goes back to your optimism. Perhaps manifestation is a word that rings a bell to you, but besides that is like you're so optimistic and upbeat all the time that things just work for you. I'm definitely feeling that you have the lucky person syndrome, like just things seem to be working always for you because you're such in an optimistic state that even if something doesn't work your way, well, back to the Iron Spirit, it just means that it wasn't meant to happen this way. Well, that's fine. It means it's going to happen another way. And there's a beautiful lesson to be learned in the meanwhile. But you're not the kind of person who easily gets upset. You're very optimistic and it just works very well for you. Also, just noticed 44 twice. There's a lot of stability and foundation, and yet again I'm hearing this invitation from spirits like, please pay attention to that if you're not aware of it just yet, because there's a lot. I mean, there are many, I just feel like there are many gifts in this aspect of you, this more feminine, quieter nature of yours, but also this quieter nature of yours, besides having all of these gifts that are beautiful, expressing themselves through your energy, it's also something which will support even more, to a much better, greater extent, your fiery nature. So that's a beautiful thing. Your past supports your future. I feel like there is a bit of a, especially with those colors like these purples coming through here, there's a bit of a strong intuitive side to yours, but yet again it's like it's definitely not the most obvious thing that I would say about your energy, which is yet again related to your more feminine nature. So I just feel like this is, most of it's not something that you would even be aware of. Some of you definitely are, but Pile 4 is like you have some strong intuition, like you have learned a lot in this lifetime, you've learned a lot of lessons, and that is definitely making you much wiser than you would pretend to be, I'm hearing. It's like your energy is naturally so innocent, so pure, and you like playing with that, but it's like you also got some wise, deep energy, especially with the Panther. I feel like there's a lot of depth to you, especially found within this feminine beneath the surface. But yeah, when people come in contact with you, it feels like a freaking explosion, a ball of fire, which is so optimistic, so refreshing, so inspiring, so inviting to dance, to have fun. But also when people get to know you more, definitely sense that they end up, over time, perhaps after a long time, they end up picking up on this depth of yours, where there is a piece of yours, perhaps, which is more easily perceived in more intimate situations, where you feel there is a lot of femininity, a lot of sensitivity, sensuality, a lot of depth, a lot of wisdom, a lot of calm, a lot of stability as well. That is beautiful. Honestly, that's a beautiful mix of energies that we got going on. So yeah, thank you so much for having shared space with me today. That was such an honor to be reading your energy, especially for how fun it is. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so if you're looking for a even more accurate reading or a more personal, more custom tailored kind of experience, you can check out the description box down below, where you're gonna find more information about the private readings that I offer. That being said, let me know down in the comments, please, how it went for you, if it resonated, what are your thoughts about it. There's a lot to be discussed about. And yeah, yet again, thank you so much. I'm sending you so much love. Until next time, take care. Have a good one. Bye. Well, hello there, Pile 5. You're up. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fantastic. I hope you're curious about the messages and excited about them as much as I am. If pile 5 you chose this beautiful tiger's eye, that's going to be your reading, so let's not waste any more time and let's get into it. We're going to begin with some tarot cards which are going to indicate us the overall messages when it comes to what is it that makes you uniquely attractive, uniquely irresistible, uniquely you. That's good. Let's begin with this 3. And we have King of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, 4 of Cups. No, 6 of Cups, sorry. King of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, 6 of Cups. Okay. I'm sensing a lot of beautiful things about your energies, like a lot of seeming dichotomies that just marry each other so well. It's like the King of Pentacles is definitely referring to me to a very grounding, very stable, an energy which is slow moving but very determined and will never stop moving. I'm not necessarily feeling that, you know, like your life is necessarily slow, but what I'm feeling is that your energy at its core is slow moving in the sense that it very values stability and foundations over anything else. But it feels very, very mature, very self-aware, very very conscious of the repercussions of its actions, of its thoughts, of its words. And it feels very mature energy, very, like impressive kind of energy here. It's like looking at the king who's sitting in the throne of a kingdom, but it turns out that this kingdom has been built by their own hands, you know? It's like, sure, they're governing the kingdom, but it just happened that they made it themselves. It's like, wow, that's impressive. So it could definitely be someone who sits on a lot of successes, but your energy is definitely screaming for that. It's like your energy feels very successful, feels very stable, and feels like it's sitting on a lot of, feels like it's sitting on a form of foundation that it has itself created. So there's a lot of pride in that as well, you know? It's like, yeah, you made it yourself. It just feels so good. But yet again, it's like it feels very mature. It's like very noble. It's the kind of energy you look up to. It's like, oh my God, I want to be like this person one day, you know? Feels very good. But on another end, here we have the 4 of Wands, which in this case feels like a very paced kind of energy that comes clashing with the King of Pentacles. It's like, sure, there is this very strong, very reliable, never stopping force, grounded energy to you, but there's as well this other side of your energy field, this other side of you, which is just about, you know, it's like, you know, when it's time to just have fun, let it go, have fun, celebrate, just let yourself fly. Like the 4 of Wands is definitely the card of celebrations because of everything that you do, everything that you have done, everything that you will do, but also like just celebrating yourself, having fun, letting it go, you know? And there's a lot of that in your energy as well. I'm hearing for some side message, but for some, perhaps you may have struggled a little bit in the past letting go and just having fun. But your energy has very much of that in it. Definitely. And that's something that people can pick up on. It's like, you like having some parties going, you know? So it's a first dichotomy, which just adds, like these two energies add to each other. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering a lot today. In such a beautiful way, because it's like, it's so stable, such strong foundations on one end, but on another end, it's just like having fun, letting it go, following our passions, letting it loose. And then you got the Six of Cups, which is another dichotomy, with seeming dichotomy with the King of Pentacles, because here we enter the emotional realm with the cups. Like the Six of Cups is the card of, I like to associate it with like the inner child. It's the card with the little candies. It's what we used to like. It's nostalgic, but in this context, it really does feel that once again there is this very strong, stable, blah 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 energy we've already discussed, which comes with this energy, which feels very, on another end, childlike. It just enjoys having fun and being naive. I'm hearing like being purposefully naive is like you're very much not a naive person, especially with the King of Pentacles, but you enjoy playing, pretending to, just for the sake of enjoying an experience even more. Going into an experience pretending that you don't know anything, although you may do know things about it prior to the experience, but you just want to go in there fresh, clean slate, because it's funnier this way, you know? And that's another dichotomy. It's another like seeming clashing energies where there's a lot of maturity, a lot of groundedness, someone who has a very, I'm hearing, good relationship with the responsibilities, who sees how responsibilities are exciting, with a very childlike kind of energy here. So it's very interesting. It's like, it feels like the good sovereign, your energy. That's definitely something which is noticeable by people. I generally do feel that, yeah, people look up to you because you feel like a leader, you feel like a sovereign, and it's already impressive in and of itself. It's impressive for everything that you do with your hands. But it's even more impressive and even more inspiring because you're just such a good person. It's like you feel good sovereign, sure, but also very fun. Someone who enjoys having parties and just letting it loose sometimes. Someone who also enjoys pretending to be childlike just for the sake of having fun. You know, there's a lot of fun coming in. So that is awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful mix of energy going on here. What else? What else, spirits? These two ones want to come out. Let's get to them. The Crow and the Buffalo. I'm getting back this very sovereign kind of energy here, honestly. Co-create with spirit, the abundant universe will provide. I'm genuinely feeling that you're very tapped into the other side as well. As in, you could be someone who enjoys discussing or entering in communication with deceased ones in this quite literal way, but also someone who just have a great intuition, a great connection with the divine. So much so that, sure, you're a sovereign, but you never feel like you are alone in this task. Although your life may not be about being a sovereign, but I'm just talking about your energy here. It really feels like it's very tapped into something else. Tapped into another reality, tapped into the divine yet again. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sensing like strong crown chakra energies with the purple coming through. Because co-create with spirit, the abundant universal provide generally makes me feel that, sure, you are, yet again in this metaphor, like you are this sovereign that built this awesome kingdom in which everyone wants to come to live because it just feels so good in such a harmonious, peaceful state. But at the same time, this beautiful sovereign, which throne you sit on, just is the kind of sovereign that exceeded all of your expectations, because it's like, it is so much better than anything you could have ever imagined. And that's generally what I feel like. It's like you're the kind of person who has an easy time, at least on an energetic level, getting in the flow of things. It's like you have your own projects, your own dreams, your own desires, your own aspirations, but you're also very surrendered. It's like you love making plans and making so that your plans include space for the plan. Being very humble about the fact that you don't know always what is the plan. We always hold space with it, and you just feel, I'm just, yeah, sensing a kind of effortlessness, a kind of flow. It just flows so well in your life. So much so that, yeah, It's like all of the things you have achieved are achieving, all the things you aspire to, and all the beautiful state that your life may be in at this moment, you are aware that it's not just you, it's a collaboration of souls, quite literally, on this one. So it's beautiful. And also, like, the Buffalo Spirit is definitely sending me back just straight up to the King of Pentacles, a person who is very good at accepting and receiving abundance in all of its forms, all of its expressions. You know, it's like, it's not as if the card was just indicating, you know, like someone being showered with coins, you know, like with coins attached to their clothes as well, you know, as not as if it was this way, you know, but yeah, kind of energy that I'm getting here. Very, very beautiful energies, because it feels like such an effortlessness to your nature, because of the fact you're so tapped into what there is more. Let me rephrase it. Because of the fact you're so tapped into and collaborating with spirit, and on top of that, and that just opened the floodgates for abundance. And you just appear to me and to people around you just like such a thriving, yet such a sweet and gentle sovereign, which is an impressive and remarkable energy. Let me tell you that. Yeah, I just saw 1111 on the cam. Yeah, it's a very impressive energy, very rare kind of energy. And no, not this one. Yeah, no, this one. Okay. Yeah, very impressive kind of energy, very rare and very needed. I just feel like your energy somehow is very purposeful as well. It's like there is strong purpose in you being a sovereign. Hear me out. I'm hearing from spirits like you may not. It's like this sovereign kind of energy is coming in strongly through this reading. Let me tell you, that's obvious. It's like I genuinely feel like you are strongly called into a leadership position in this life. It may have already manifested in your life, it may not have. That's a side message, but if it comes through, I'm gonna say it. But just know that, yeah, if that's not already the case, you're gonna be called into a leadership kind of position, because you're definitely here to lead people because of the fact that you're so good at it, but also because you're of the gentle kind, because you are of the successful kind, you are of the kind that the earth needs at this time. Yet again, it's like I'm hearing such a strong accent on purpose, especially since you're so tapped into the divine, you know, as like you got everything going on to be a successful leader. So that is a very remarkable energy. Wow, that is beautiful. I'm baffled. Celebrate your wins. Befriend the world, polarize. That's so interesting. It's coming up. Overthinking can spoil the magic. These cards are I can make it up. It's so interesting. Just befriend the world, polarize. That's the thing I was explaining at the very start. It's like your energy is literally what I was saying. Your energy feels at first glance full of dichotomies, full of things that shouldn't exist together. It's like your energy comes into a place where it proves wrong people's beliefs about what should be. It's like, oh, but you're a leader. You can't be childlike then. Boom, here you come. Oh, but you are so mature and you are such a good sovereign. You can't be having time to have fun. That's not possible. Boom, here you come. It's like, it's so interesting because you're very good at transcending polarity, at transcending duality, bringing things together. That is very remarkable, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful, honestly. Celebrate your wins. That's double message. First of all, if that's not something that you're doing, please stop being so harsh on yourself and start celebrating your wins, because although you may be used to it, since that's your energy, you're very familiar with it. So you may not be giving yourself a lot of credit for all the wins that you're having, because you're like, oh, but that's nothing. Oh, but that's normal. Oh, but everything could have done that. No, honey, that is so not true. Stop that. That is so not true. Oh, but that's nothing. It's not even. It's not physical yet. It's like you are winning so much. It's time to start celebrating it if that's not already the case. But more than this, it's like your energy has something very festive about it. you just feel like a celebration of life. And that is something very, very beautiful. It's like I'm generally seeing you from the outside. It's like your energy is so fascinating, so rare, so unique, and so fascinating. That is beautiful. Think and spot the magic. I'm definitely seeing here again, double message. I don't know why we're getting this many side messages, like tips from spirit, but they're coming through, so we're gonna go with them. You are more than tapped into the universe. I'm gonna be totally honest. It's like you could be very spiritual, you could be identifying as someone who is on a spiritual path. You could not be, but you cannot deny, especially to me, that you have strong intuition and you know how things must go, and that you have a very good relationship with surrendering. So even if that's not your current experience, I really wish you to discover this about yourself first and foremost. If you're the kind of person who tends to overthink at this moment, I really wish you to do what you need to do, explore yourself and love yourself as deeply as you need to start tapping into these kinds of energies which are within you. This kind of effortlessness that I was describing earlier. That's the first message. Another thing is, yet again, I just feel like, especially with this thing, it feels like King of Swords kind of energy. It's like you're very good with the mind. Your energy, at least, is very aware of what the mind is, what the physical mind is about, and as such, you are very aware of when it is time to use the mind to figure out a plan, and when it is time to surrender the mind and understand that no, the mind cannot solve everything, in which case you just let God do it. It's a very beautiful balance between the mind and just surrendering to your intuitive nature, but also, yeah, you just feel like a sense of mastery, self-mastery in a general way, but also especially here, since the card is popping up, relative to your mind. Another thing I'm picking up on, that I was picking up on some other groups as well because of the color, is like there are some, the colors are interesting. It's like these two colors are making me feel skin color. I'm generally sensing that you could be of the very charming kind, like very attractive at first glance kind, and I'm thinking that's not for without a reason. Yet again, it's like I generally feel that there's a lot of purpose in this life for you, and the fact that you're so seemingly fascinating and attractive to people is not for nothing. But you know, it's fun still. Even from a mind perspective, even just from a human ego perspective, that's fun, you know? But yeah, that is very, very awesome. Beautiful energy. And in this card is like the polarity between nothingness and just all the colors. The polarity between the red and the purple, which are like the root chakra, and the crown chakra, the earth and the divine, you know? It's like, it's beautiful. It's very fascinating, fascinating. Never gonna be able to say that enough. But yeah, thank you so much for having shared space with me today. That was such an honor to be reading your energy. That was so beautiful. Yeah, such a pleasant experience. Keep in mind that this is a general reading as always, so if you're interested into a more personal, a more custom tailored, and even more accurate kind of reading, you can check out the description down below where you will see that I'm offering private readings. If you're interested in that kind of experience, there you'll find all the information about it. But yeah, that being said, please let me know down in the comments how it went for you. I would love to read about your thoughts because there is a lot to be talking about, definitely. And yeah, I wish you to see in one of my future videos. Until next time, take care. Have a good one. Bye.